then he's left us no choice.
Disa?
We'll lay our bodies in front of that mine ourselves if we have to.
Talking about humiliating him. About destroying him.
I love him as much as you do. But the dwarf on that throne is not your father. As long as he's wearing that ring, he's deaf to all other voices, even ours.
Don't cry!
I can't do it, Disa. I still see my father. Lost and far away, yes, but he's still in there.
If we don't act now, we'll never reach it. He'll destroy himself and take this kingdom with him. After everything this family has lost, I cannot lose anything.
I want to feel sorry for her, but clearly she's so blinded, you know, by stuff. But at the same time, I understand her reason, so I'm divided.
And there are no words left for us to speak.
King said you'd say that. Said your hatred for him had become hatred for me.
You don't get it.
And forever shut your ears to my voice. So I knelt before him. And I begged, with my tongue to the dust, for the chance to get to her.
Meria?
You do not belong in this place.
Bow to Parazon. I commanded you. You know Nori is true to you. It needs men like you.
No.
Men who will champion all that is precious, men of faith.
Faith is not faith if it is not lived. And in my heart, I know you are this kingdom's true heir.
He's right, he's so right. And maybe something is gonna happen which is gonna save him, so everyone is gonna be like, oh, in fact he was right. You know, the eagles like that.
If it is the will of the Vanna, and my life be spared, then it will be.
What did I just say with other words? Have some faith.
The city is always right.
Disa, we're here on orders from the king. So please move. Otherwise I've no choice but to see you. Is that meant to frighten us off?
No, to talk with the rocks.
They are.
I know, the bats! Good job, Disa.
I love you.
Love me later.
Same! Same!
This is only the beginning.
Love you, boss.
They'll be back. And there'll be more of them.
They will be ready.
I don't know how long they can do it, but I'm all for it.
Release him!
Meria?
Given that his crime was committed in my name, I have the right to face the Valar's judgment in his place.
Yes! Let's do that! Because if she's being saved, it's gonna prove that she was a true queen. Oh, she looks beautiful. Her face! She can't see you, but you can see her.
The
Refused.
Innocent!
I had faith. I was right. Oh. Sauron, you can see Sauron.
Yes, Halbrand is Sauron. He's in MERiadoc to craft rings that will allow him to dominate my kind.
Saying the truth to Ada, okay.
He will not attempt to escape until his task is complete. As we speak, Elrond hastens from Lindon with an army of elves and many Miri. Once he arrives, he will seal off the city, loose Celebrimbor from Sauron's grasp, and then together, Uruk. You and I will eradicate all trace of Sauron from this world.
Yes?
And what then?
Any rings that have known his touch must be destroyed.
I meant, what then for the Uruk?
His
With your
children.
High King? In the end, your drive to prove your virtue will work right into Sauron's designs.
You speak lies, hoping I will reveal something.
You have already revealed everything I hoped you would. And more.
Hmm? Okay.
The Region will fall. And Sauron with it.
No. This must be what he wants. He wants you to attack
He
Eregion.
wants to create a war, you know, the beginning of a war between
I beg you,
orcs and
do not be a fool.
elves.
This is all his design. This is what Sauron wants. This is what he wants.
Yes, something is happening outside of your room.
How fares your progress? Did you not hear that? Outside, it sounded like siege alarm.
I assure you, I have the affairs of the city well in hand.
You belong in here, my friend.
Celebrimbor, time to wake up.
Telling me where I belong.
Unhand me, friend.
It's not what you planned. Oh, you created an illusion for him outside. But Celebrimbor, come on, connect your brain! It's supposed to be the night outside.
You cannot forge more rings.
Mithril ore. Refined to a powder by Nori himself. From the purest deposit here found in their mines, 1/9 portion per ring. This should be enough. We are close now, Celebrimbor. So close to achieving what we set out to do. Use it. My friend. Best Feanor. Best yourself. One. Last. Time.
I put himself into everything. You can be proud of yourself. You can. Oh wow. Screaming, being afraid, and really the night! The night! Celebrimbor! And it's began. Okay, before beginning this review, I have to warn you, my father can arrive at any moment during this review, so maybe we're gonna get interrupted, and I will see you later during the day. I'm gonna take lunch, you know, with my father, so that's why. And I'm gonna make a shorter intro also because of that, to hurry just in case he's gonna arrive. Okay, that was a good episode. We were really with everyone when the last episode was really slower and we were mostly with Durin, Prince and King, with Celebrimbor and Anatar to see, you know, how the rings were impacting them, you know, creating the rings, the dwarf ring, the story around them and all. And also we spent some time in Numenor to see what was happening right there, but really we were focused on just these two stories during the previous episode, when right there we had news also about Nori, about the stranger, about really everyone. So that's pretty cool, and because of that we're gonna have the impression that it's going faster this episode than the last one, and also because in each of the story we progressed a lot. At least a big thing happened in all of the stories. For Durin, King and Prince, they faced each other, they were confronting each other. After Anatar coming to ask for more mithril, and clearly he wanted Durin the Prince to be there, he asked for that, he wanted to create that moment between them, for these two to be against each other, like he wanted to create that. That was awful to see that, and clearly to see Durin crying, that was even more awful. But I loved so much the moment with him and Disa facing the other dwarves, you know, and being like, okay, that's it, we're gonna fight together, we know what it means, it's gonna be awful, but we're gonna do it, and that's so great. How long can it last? Truly, we don't know, but I love these two, I love their love. That was cool. We had news about Nori and Poppy. Poppy, who has now a boyfriend, and Nori, who is more trying to find what she needs to do right now. Does she need to move, to do what? And in fact, the better thing to do for them right now is to wait for the stranger and to stay hidden and to just wait. And there is also really all of that thing about the fact that these guys that are right there, it's their home, but maybe they are not meant to be here. You know, things about that. It's cool, and it's really, yes, when we had Poppy and her new boyfriend together, that I thought about it, that their names, Poppy and oh, I can't remember his name, him. It's MERiadoc, MERimac or MERiadoc. Clearly, it looks a lot like PiPPin, you know, and MERiadoc, PiPPin and something. Like, come on, it's really inspired by these two together for this new relationship, which is right there a love relationship. So that was cool. We had news about the stranger with Tom, and Tom showed him where to find his staff, but clearly he's gonna have to search for a long time because we have a lot of trees right there. But he can do it, and it's gonna be cool when he's gonna do it. But there is that thing about maybe he's gonna continue to have visions about Nori getting hurt. Is he gonna decide to go for his friend, or to save his friend, or to continue to be there for his destiny, to find his staff? My theory, it's about the fact that saving his friend is part of his destiny, and because of that he's gonna find his staff maybe out there, in fact. And maybe that's the real lesson of that place and of Tom, the fact that you shouldn't be focused on your ambition, on your destiny, you know, and all. And you should be focused on what you want to do, what is your destiny, because it's the one that you're going to decide, that you're going to choose. Maybe it's that the lesson. In Numenor, clearly Isildur, the fact that he didn't want to say that he would be loyal to the new king, not a surprise. The daughter trying to convince him of the contrary, not a surprise. The fact that she asked for Miriel to come to convince him, that's a surprise, and a good one. The fact that Miriel decided to give herself to the creature in his place, that's a surprise, but a good one, because it means that when clearly I knew that it would be at the end like the person wouldn't be killed, but the fact that it's her, it's even more meaningful for her to be accepted, seen as a true queen. So that clearly it was great, it was cool. But when are we gonna have news about, you know, Elendil's son? who is supposed to come back. It has been 2 or 3 episodes that we didn't see him. We'll see. Like, you know, Arondir, who is continuing to run out there, is somewhere. See, we had him during this episode. Isildur is really the only one that we didn't see during this episode. But Arondir, we saw him, a little thing about him. For sure, we had a lot of news about Celebrimbor, the fact that he's losing his mind, the fact that all of the elves can see it, not only the ones working with him, but also the ones outside, because he's not taking care of his city anymore. He's letting Anatar doing it. Anatar, who is Sauron, and who clearly didn't care at all about maybe some clues of people coming to attack them. He let that happen. Galadriel was right. He wanted to begin that war, orcs against elves and all. He has his reasons for that, and clearly at the end, that's it, it's the beginning of that war. Galadriel told a lot of things to Adar. She thought that an alliance was possible, but clearly it was not, and because of the fact that they could say things to each other, but clearly not agree on what they had to do, so it's gonna be like that. We have to keep in mind that Elrond came back home, told the truth, you know, all of what happened to his king, so maybe something can happen during the 2 last episodes of this season with the elves, you know, appearing suddenly to help with the situation, but for sure the city is gonna fall. Like, it's gonna fall. But Celebrimbor is really into his mind, blocked into his mind with himself, thanks to all of the illusions, lies, bullshits, manipulations that Anatar is building around him. It's helping him also, Celebrimbor, to accept the situation, all of these lies. You know, the fact that he believes into it, it's also his way to accept his mistakes and to try to repair them. And that's it, now he's really gonna make the rings. Because Anatar, Sauron, gave him really everything for that. Everything which was printed, you know, with his darkness into it, like... All of these moments with Sauron manipulating people, they are so great because as the viewers we can see, we can feel the manipulation, and them they can't, and we can understand why they can't, but it's awful, it's so frustrating. I really love this episode. A lot of things happened into it, a lot of big things, you know, we progressed into each of the story, and each thing was important, interesting. We had almost all of the characters, so that was pretty cool, pretty great. But I'm gonna stop right now this review because, like I said at the beginning of this review, soon my father is gonna come and I don't want to be interrupted. If I have more things to say which are coming back to me, you know, during the editing, I will put that into the description. I'm sorry, it's a shorter review than usually, and maybe it's already, you know, at least 8 minutes, and me, I don't know it, because I'm used to talk so much that for me right there I have the impression that it's a short review. But yes, if I have something else to say, it's gonna be into the description. I'm thinking. Normally I'm taking more time to think, you know, really about details and about maybe making comparisons with stuff and all. Right there, for sure, I loved all of the moments with Sauron smiling at us, and we were the only ones to see his smile, and it's really well done, you know, by the writers to show us these moments. It's amplifying the frustration that we can feel that no one else sees the truth. It's like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. It's all for you and for me for this video. So it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.